fear of being alone is not always about enjoying company. Sometimes solitude feels threatening because it brings uncomfortable thoughts, memories, or doubts to the surface. You may constantly need someone to talk to, stay in relationships that no longer feel healthy, or become anxious when plans suddenly disappear. The deeper issue may be what being alone represents to you. Understanding that meaning can help you distinguish between a healthy desire for connection and a fear of being without it. Number 1. Silence forces you to face yourself. When life becomes quiet, there are fewer distractions from your own thoughts and emotions. If you've become accustomed to constant conversations, entertainment, or activity, solitude can suddenly make unresolved feelings more noticeable. You may interpret that discomfort as proof that you shouldn't be alone. But sometimes the discomfort is simply unfamiliarity with your own internal space. Number 2. You associate being alone with being unwanted. If you've experienced rejection, exclusion, or relationships where attention felt inconsistent, being alone can become emotionally associated with not being chosen. A canceled plan may feel like evidence that nobody cares, even when it has nothing to do with your worth. This can create a strong urge to seek reassurance whenever you're by yourself. Learning to separate temporary solitude from personal rejection can weaken that connection. Number 3. You rely on other people to regulate your emotions. Some people become accustomed to feeling calm only after talking to someone, receiving reassurance, or having another person's presence nearby. Without that external support, anxiety or uncertainty may feel much stronger. Connection can be helpful, but relying on it as the only way to feel emotionally stable can make independence frightening. Developing your own ways to calm and reassure yourself can make solitude feel safer. Number 4. You fear missing out on life. Being alone can create the impression that everyone else is experiencing something meaningful while you're being left behind. You may imagine friends gathering without you, relationships developing without you, or opportunities disappearing while you're at home. This fear can make ordinary solitude feel like social failure. Recognizing that other people's lives continue independently of your presence can reduce the pressure to constantly stay involved. Number 5. You haven't built a life you enjoy independently. Sometimes the fear of being alone is intensified because your life feels empty when nobody else is available. If most of your identity revolves around relationships, social plans, or other people's interests, solitude can feel like having nothing to do with yourself. Building personal routines, interests, goals, and meaningful activities creates an identity that continues even when nobody else is around. Your fear of being alone may come from discomfort with silence, associating solitude with rejection, depending heavily on others for emotional regulation, fearing that you're missing out, or not yet having a fulfilling, independent life. The goal isn't to stop needing people. Healthy connection is an important part of being human. The goal is to become comfortable enough with yourself that being alone feels like a normal part of life rather than evidence that something is wrong. When solitude becomes less threatening, relationships can become choices instead of emotional necessities.